people, on a good evening, on a good morning, on a good afternoon. It depends on where we say on a day. And this one be Obaland TV, a radio station. Now here, now with the night you're talking and do, we say concern our people for all over the world. As they know before, for those of you that they follow us, because they follow us now for Obaland TV, a radio station, for our YouTube channel, for Obaland Magazine. And from our consistency to Ogbonge story, we concern everybody for the whole wide world. You can come to our website, we talk www.obalandmagazine.com. And we still get our magazine too for Edo State, for Lagos, and for Abuja. For those of you now, we say would like to read the hard copy, we say for inside. Today, we get important people for the house. In fact, one of our big brother, we say, in our talking and do, we say, concern research, what they call historian researcher. In fact, in the final they go, how Edo State take come about, how our people, where the past come. In fact, this man, Nagidiba man, not be small thing. As we talked about before, we go like that, make it enter our studio, make content of so many things we say we never know about them before. And as it be said, the matter they go up and down too, we say it concern Edo State at 30. Where we say every year now, if you go this side, Edo State at 30. If you go to that side, Edo State at 30. Today, we will choose to talk about the matter we concern our people, as we talked about before, for all over the world. So now we will introduce them in come our studio, make them tell us so many things we say we want to hear and what we say we don't want to know about them before. Our beloved people, we go bring and come our studio right now. Our brother, Imasuen, you are welcome to Obaland TV, a radio station. Hello, you hear us?
Okay. Thank you very much, sir. I hear now.
You do well, you do well. So my people, they're now joining us for our studio now. I will still get our brother too, when they say being Honorable Bakari. Most of them don't also know how to, because in our studio talking and do for what we say concern matter of our people too. But before we start now, we would like first of all make we introduce this to our brother, where we say in our talking and do, we say they call research we have talk since for Edo people. Most especially for Edo State, but not to say Edo people, because in the final they go, but in Nigeria, in the dig everything they go. So, Mr. Imasuen Okoduwa, as you talked about before, I beg we would like make you introduce yourself now. You tell the people where your name and what TV say they do. People say what we know you for, maybe the answer. But now we would like you tell the people now where TV say the answer and the things we say you they do.
Imasuen Okoduwa. Now be my name. It be for Facebook. Now so it still be for ordinary. Be that kind of person. Me they always want. They come the add name when not supposed to add. So always do. I be more of like a Benin historian, in the sense, you know, our story when papa lived many years ago. We not come to the talk about say about 5 years now. Now I can't put the responsibility for my shoulder. Say I will begin tell the entire world who the Edo people be, how great their ancestors be for past. And then why I begin to do this kind of thing, be say, I know, say, if I begin to talk about waiting our ancestors, our papa may don't die, waiting they achieve many years ago, it will inspire of our people in present time. Me they begin do waiting better. I will take country restore of our land and our people. So now more of like that's why they say when they always see me say they always they travel. I they look for all Edo people. Me they want me not there Edo State again. They want me they some of them don't even come off for Nigeria, but they see themselves as Edo people. So anywhere them day, if they Brazil, maybe I will still go Brazil. If they day anywhere Trinidad and Tobago, Okoduwa will one day, someday will always go there, go do for our people, because now I feel saying that the message when our ancestors send me, make I can't do for this life, and I be that, and I they enjoy them. So basically now waiting I they do as my hobby All right, I get handwork, that not be my handwork, but that one are my hobby, and the hobby make I like work. So I thank una. That one are the brief introduction, sir.
You do well, you do well, you do well. Our Oga Imasuen Okoduwa, you do well for what TPC they do for our people. Now we get another important brother for the house too. We say, in after talking and do for what TPC concern Benin people matter for Edo State too. In name Honorable Bakare Henry. I bet we would like now me you see little our people, introduce yourself to them, me you tell them what TPC they do.
Thank you very much, Mr. Mosiru, the Obaland. It's a pleasure. I happy very well say you call me today. Join this my brother. We are the always one make I see from time to time. Now the person where we say are they passionate about his historical prowess. In fact, if I say if we cannot just put me I not put sugar agenda too much. I really love him. You see, me and Bakari Henry, that name will feel confuse some people because of that name Bakari. If it's Oduwa go understand, you go know say even for Benin, it's Bakari plenty for Benin. I'm from Udo, from Ovia Southwest local government. At the moment, now they stay for Milan for Italy. And are there among people where they protect the Edo culture and tradition and the Nigeria community in general. I don't like every time, the best way to say, I'd like to know everything about Edo. I think if I remember very well, from 1972, 73, when my grandma, when my papa, they tell me the history of Edo from the the Ovoraman's time and so on and so forth. I think I did part of the history. And I'm very happy today say I did here with my brother Zodua. So maybe we nyana together. In fact, imagine go to talk and not go go tire us.
You do well, you do well. I don't see it because even before I didn't even ask that one, you don't really match and over. You don't begin say you don't vex because I discussed this our brother for the house, so the doctor said, no, today an opportunity for me to vex. Then I talk about things in my mind. You really try, you do well, you do well. So now, as we were talking before, our guy Imasuen, we see and say, because I was talking just now, not only you want to follow yourself, many people they follow you. And we back, we they see so many things we say we they do for Edo people. The way you see they carry the name they waka. Because as talk just and see they find them, they go. Don't be like you talk. Because if we see some of your videos, maybe see they do research, you go this side, you go the other side. But the thing they say, what it make you just not get this kind lightness, this kind mind maybe say come get so say my people, I get to find them, I get to do this one, I get to really search out how this Edo State or Edo people take combat. What it make you just start that matter like that?
Well, but when it's my power, but along the line now waiting our ancestor God message when they put for my mind for therefore know me in probably in after say make I can't do for Edo people. But waiting really no say now for Ife, now for go school, but go. So when I did, I begin here when Yoruba talk say we Benin. So the thing they always they pay me. So when I come to 300, can't get ASU strike. That ASU strike reach like now I come to company. I come begin then still they open readers. Now I come read all 2014 at the top. Begin read all the books. From there now I begin my destiny with Edo history. So after I don't do history through the then, but that was when we come to discover say most of our Edo people they don't even come from. So if Yoruba people tell them say they come from belief, if the Igbo people tell them say they come from where can't discover. Say we need to publicize. So now I can't take start. They do the little when I did Ife. So when I come graduate, matter be work not day. So now I constantly I want to write one book, The Leadership of Benin Kingdom. And one man, I remember Professor Conse get one place me they call Institute for Benin Studies. A day back of there, I will get all the answers when I need. So now from that Institute for Benin Studies, I spent 2 to 3 years there every day, like as a student of or even all the thing I go read for university, just read. And I for even job. So now from that time, my love for Edo people has now still since that 2017, now begin to preach the crusade. We need to know ourselves. We need to know what our ancestors do for all the sort of the civilization that was incomparable to every other history for sub-Saharan Africa. So from there now, I don't begin to inspire people. Most people now for social now they're very enlightened. They don't know the history. And don't still do for the past 3 to 4 years when a lot of them now good work. So we all did together. They preach the gospel of Edo name once again, make it fly. Thank you.
You do well, you do well, you do well for this one. Say the talk. So we don't see now say not the same now automatic. You get out for mind, you get the likeness for your people. You can't just say the good way you go find out. Because not be only you say other people don't know where they for don't know as the matter be, don't know as they take stand in the bar for the land where we say the day. You really try and true they say I'm saying many people now come they say they want to be like you. They want me to sure say these are our people. So because couple like say we had for inside home, say they want to see Edo people. We talk about most especially we talk about Edo people they talk about not just Benin people, not the Edo. But now this one I they do research, they see and say now the people they come back and say when you say Edo people, they get different groups where we say yeah these people. So my brother really try for this matter we should have done. Now we will go with our brother to Bakari, the Honorable Bakari. You hear what our brother talk just now for this matter we say concern our people for Edo State there. So the question now is we would like to ask you how you still see the matter now when we say as this our brother they do this work. In want everybody put hand together. Make they carry this Edo forward. Make Edo say Edo maybe they're going to talk about Nigeria. We're going to say Edo don't for Nigeria. But with the kind of research when different people they make, they come they see and say a couple like say now I don't people say what we for internet now. That's what I can't understand that too. So how you see this matter now?
Thank you. Before I start, my brother, make I correct you for one thing. That honorable, I never qualified to get that name. That honorable they call me because for me to be able to talk the truth, anybody when they honorable for our time now, I'm not sure they don't exist. So make a start from may I start my brother again is the Izoduwa. That's the name I've always loved. You see, Izoduwa, we get even if we say Izoduwa, now that one name now, where did they call Oduduwa for Ife today? Now that one be the Izoduwa. Izoduwa meaning Izoduwa. That's because they call corrupt to Oduduwa. Because my mama tell me this story that is of the 2 or the 3. And now I can't get the whole story clear when I reach on those statements of the 3. Finally, my father, like, when they work with the Oye company. The first place where I reached now be Akotobo. When I reach Akotobo, I can see and say Nebi Kale and Edo, and practically everybody there they speak Edo. They speak Edo. Then I can go to Ojuala. That's the meaning of Ojuala. Then I can go to Ajagba, that's the Azagba. I can go to Inyasan. All this one are the Edo territory where we say everybody there they speak corrupt Edo. I think I can say so. What my grandma tell me that time say Edo Edo is the root of the world. Then in fact I can see and say so when I come to ask me when I come for that primary school that time, Because say we be Edo, we say we come from Yoruba now. Say no, we don't come from Edo. We don't come from Yoruba. No, come from us. In fact, then if you see the beating we have been seeing for the first 3 years because of say I defend Edo. Actually, that be say I defeat the defendant to that extent that time. But then what I know say Edo na where be. So I can't get to these villages where we say they for the Riverina area where they bear the same Edo name. And anytime I get there, I don't see and say they speak Edo language for those places. And maybe Mr. Izoduwa would like to visit those places one day. This is like Ajagba, Azagba, then Ojuala, and so on and so forth like that. That's it. Even say the Edo people, they don't conquer the whole world past really. Then I can't even remember say if Izoduwa go remember one story when they say Oguna Bekwe, the cutlass when they take cut the upper head come to Benin. Oh, it did for my place. Udo, it did for my place Udo. So Udo they don't conquer go places. They don't supposed to. No, there are times where they talk and sometimes say the reason why I don't know expand is that they just be like Israel. When they don't conquer, still make they annex that place, their state for that place, when they occupy that place, they will still leave that place for them to speak their language. Maybe they see they do their own culture and tradition. Like if you see like Akure now, Ekwe, Ondo, Ido, and so on and so forth like that. Also, do I go know with the talk so a lot. So Edo don't become in an real vast land where you don't big. Maybe say because of say waiting able to talk say the cradle of black civilization, you can't take Edo, you can't become waiting Bisu. Because if you look at the history of Edo, now their democracy for start. They will come your place. Instead, maybe they occupy you, maybe they just take your land, everything. They will still want me to the parties of this thing. Now their democracy will come. And that's why I said I would demand let Dore or Damagbe. So that is just the question. In fact, it's such a wonderful, it's a wonderful. That name is doing low. It's just anywhere I hear it.
No, then you wait first because you go talk about this later. Then you wait first. So now go with our mother. Go with our mother. Mr. Imasuen Okoduwa, you hear what Mr. Abona talk just now. I will testify for that matter. We say talk just now. Say that area where you didn't mention yours now, because as you talk about yours now, you like say that area you don't see what campus and small. So you first use matter talk time. How
it be like so.
Edo states or Edo, like that, because people when you talk about Edo states, the state government issue. But we're talking about Edo now. So now, what do you think? When we talk about Edo, I still talk about yours now because in the measure supply places where we say if you be saying me, I never even reached before. So what how you go fit take testify against what you be saying talk so? Because you're not the center.
Well, I want to thank my papa. Thank God, industry use the eye see some of these things. One of my mentors, Professor Uila was. Currently they do research now. Complete that work. Although I tell and say by the I want to be the first person to say work making they do now contemporary for Ondo State.
Good. That's
Tell me, short. When the people, those ones me they are Korea, well, those ones me they Itagbolu another place for. Get what the first professor of Professor Sophie, I think now she be the first anthropology in the entire Africa. Her middle name na Desuwa. It's from Itagbo. I think she died, but and she died. One institute for Benin Studies 12 years ago. Now I tell this full story. Get indigenous name, I think a Rabo family. But because of say everybody for that place, but because of say they not will green appointments to people me not the or You know, me not the beer and all of that. Now the ancestors their name to Yoruba name so that you accept them. So, but for Edone Kwena, for they still get a yeah. When they want to institute the Ojon way about 2 years, but one thing come journey. So they still get Ojon way, they still get some part of all those Ondo towns are correct, they still get Ogwejion. And I know they tell you 30, 50 years ago, and they tell you say it's still there. They see they do exactly what we they do for Benin. Of the 54 family for of those family still there on those people they greet. Now we take Benakere. Two of those, all right. I've forgotten. One is Layewu ancestral home. They present there on those state. That's one point in history. If not, be say they collect Ondo. Now we begin Ondo. They collect Ondo, come carry and join Yoruba land. Lagos, of course, those areas were predominant lands. All right. Talk and miss. Is currently ongoing there. They try to ensure say our story they obliterate them. Thank so Ilawa, they come from every year, the Congo, they do and all of that. They don't they true. By the time that book come out, everything that we really actually get by parts and figures. Our brother talk, you know, get plenty places one would do it as far back as far as do people miss it there. Like deputy governor of Fayoshe be contested, won't lose. Deputy came from a community called Ikere Ekiti, and that Ikere Ekiti is one of the largest towns in Ekiti State.
Ikere Ekiti.
They found the Ikere Ekiti Ogoga. Make them go Google the history of the Ikere Ekiti. Now Benin man, man, because he come from Uselu, they call Alade, the founder of Ikere Ekiti, and the king, and one of the sons of Obaland, who is now the Ogoga. Now they don't do everything humanly possible for many years. They don't make him first class king. Now first class king go made a demote him because they say he gets Edo, one of the biggest king in if you go to the website, it writes of my kingship. We are from Benin. Anybody, if you go check www.oga of ikereekiti.com. The king day, the website day. So I can go on and on. You know, we'll finish. They tell you where Benin people. You know, say recently I even go Ghana. We don't even talk about Nigeria matter now. There you go say na rumors. Our people there talk, people use their mouth talking. In short, they do festival, and that festival I may attend. That they do a first Saturday of July every year. That call Obene Shimon. Obene, neither they us. Say that is the festival the day they come on from Benin. Obene Shimon. Every year that they do, and so this is how I attend that. I see them for my place. The video there everywhere. They YouTube, they Facebook, they everywhere. Where they're using our own mouth talk and not be say na yes say na true, say na there. They are papa tell them say they're from come. And this festival now the day when they come on from Benin. So if we go ahead, we don't go Delta, we don't go River State, we don't go Bayelsa. We don't do meetings with a lot of kings, and they use their mouth talk and say there be Edo people. So Edo not be just Edo State. We too big past Edo State. That when the British people can't come, they can't divide us, they can't give us different names, they can't give some Urobo, they can't give some Isoko, they can't give some Isan, they can't give some Itako, they can't give some Ekbeye, they can't give some Ikwere, they can't give some, because of that, almost about 42 ethnic nationalities. They give them different names, but we are all one Edo people. We are just all one Edo people. So the story long, but now the small one make I one friend with that. You could use that one day.
I know this now. Even without saying you don't talk out because as you go mention Ghana just now, something can't drop me for back. Say Ghana, because I can't remember when they say that time when they say Ghana must go, Ghana must go. I can't remember. I said that time Ghana maybe say a full Nigeria, not be small thing. I can't say where these people pass can't enter here. Why this a copy say that now that the guy they say they must go, they must go. As you come to this one come now, I can understand. Say okay, no wonder these people when they get full here. That's right, not the small thing. So now it get issue will be say they for grand now. We're talking about Edo State at 30, which with the anniversary, we say every year now they rain up and down. Edo State at 30. The question now is say Benden State, Edo State. We don't know whether if you tell us whether you know anything will concern these two names, how it take come about. Because you talk about and say, so if people come, they call it say this one Arobo, this one Shekiri, this one and the other one, this one and the other one. Now they use hand, they share everything. So now the question is say, if you tell us now, this Benden State, it got anything when take affect this Edo State because one of the reasons why this Edo State are 30, why it is important. According to people, this like now when they do research, they come and support they improve for science research. When they come show today now say people come understand now say and do none of us so we want people do that one from you, I beg.
Thank you, my brother. Yes, Badu consign they don't form Nigeria.
The black network they destroy for that side. They hear us.
You don't do all right. They hear now well.
Okay, but your black say the cracks small bench. If you talk now, both sides a day.
Okay, top. Like the way I can say, I know really the story. These British people don't come from now pre-colonial really learn. In the sense the Oyibo people come, they bacanize us, they put us for this session, they put us. But however, I still get more cheap put. Well, it is at 30. The Edo make me even senior Edo State. Make me know. You don't. I shall know say British people after they can't put us. Son, now they write all the lie story people. So, but like that, the Oba Akenwa the second grandfather of the present Oba can say people. So we're not supposed to what we do under Yoruba people. They can't start advocating. Me they take 3 for us. So some of the people make separate from people who get access na family. So along the line there, they do. So they come and give them August 9, 1963 on the region of our own, that region, Midwest. So along the line, Midwest region, Midwest. From Midwest State, the name in 1972 or so changed to be, that is Benin. All right.
So, now,
So,
you will check your volume well because people they complain say they don't hear you well because the voice they crack. Maybe that the place where you deal that maybe I don't understand. Maybe the network for that side too. I bet maybe not there with us.
Will be okay. Maybe before me and my brother fed the talk, make a network.
Okay. You do well, you try well. So I beg it's not again. Mr. Bakari, not this one thing. So what people have put up is say, you see how now with this in and alive now. We don't see I'm say even you personally back with the kind of work we say you don't work because you the right history, not be just to the right. In fact, they put here for ground where so kind people they talk concerning what people say concerning those states. We they say and say they put here for ground. But now we don't need to wait till this our brother Okoduwa. This person they come just now. We don't hear them just now. Like what people say in the talk just now, we say concerning our state. I will say now say this period now, this Edo are 30 anniversary, we say it they shake everywhere, up and down. This one they say this one, the other one they say this one. The people don't ask the question, say those states are 30, go say why? I don't understand this kind of matter. But I see they talking just now. They talk about say, okay, people, who be just Benin. And a lot of people they don't understand, say when you talk about Edo, people will focus their eye go Benin. So now we understand, say, not be just Benin. So what do you think now? See, talking just now and saying the way they come up from Bender State, that come become Edo State. Okay, let's say don't come back. You hear us now? Mr. Imasuen. Okay. So, okay, you can continue from where you first stop just now because we'll be the same way we ask this question, maybe with my brother, I'll make it talk for that matter first. But since you don't already come, now will not be continue from there because as no see whether the network still do okay.
Oh, thank you, my brother. Like I did talk and they go just now. Now they can't split. Delta and Edo for 1 August 1991. The country take place. So, but splitting take place. Some people not they happy. We feel say me believe say that do people there be one people. All right. Now the century now bind all of us together. British people now can bring matter many matter separate ourselves. Otherwise, I don't know why Benin would dey or Edo would, while Esan would dey Edo State, Isoko would dey Delta. We're supposed to be one family. Some people mean they even the advocate now. The advocate say if, for example, Edo and Delta must be together. That should say we see ourselves. We have always seen ourselves as one people, and so it will always be. So, but you don't say that a lot of achievement has been done. Unity is strength. Unity is strength. I believe that we would have attained even more. And Delta still day together till today. We could achieve even more. This Delta State is doing well. Edo is doing well, but we must get time for the back of our mind. Say a time will come where we need to come back again and not divide ourselves based on all these new colonial democratic practices, which is different from the one we had, where everybody sees themselves as one people. No division, no splitting, and just the same ancestors. Now born all of us. So by the time we come begin to see ourselves as one people, we'll come begin to that. As an Edo man, I feel go contest for Delta, I will win. As a Delta man, if you come contest for Edo, it will win. So these are how supposed to. I don't even tell people say these ethnic boundaries we they even create for Edo State. any favor. I don't see any reason why this Oredo local. I don't see any reason why one man not be a chairman. I don't see one person on local government chair. Some of the things have to look beyond the present bound they use, they create Benin people. This one Edo State people for Edo State.
So
now the same ancestors now born everybody. So we suppose hello.
Your network don't see bad again. Don't see bad again. The voice is crack well for that side. So but meanwhile, before we say we go like to ask this question now, we say concern Edo State at 30. This anniversary now. First of all, because despite saying you don't reach matter talk so many things, we say concern how it's supposed to be. How you see what will be your intake about this matter, this Edo State at 30 anniversary? What do you see? What will be the thing when you say you're supposed to see say this one I was celebrating? Well, for this one, let me say what you say don't happen now. What you say don't happen past before, and what you be say it will still happen later. What do you see for inside this matter now? If I say you get network problem too again. If I say you get network problem. So that's the talk they come since my brother Bakare. We see I'm saying this Edo State at 30 now anniversary. We hear so many news of what is different people. When we say that they talk all this why, when they say I'm saying a lot of people they surprised, say, why come be like this? So now the thing I'm saying, how do you see this matter now? Or signing most of this research, when we say our border, when we say it don't do. You hear us now? Like I say, don't come back. You hear us?
They hear us.
They hear now.
Okay. So now the question now be say, how you see what is your intake concerning this matter for Edo State at 30? How you see her?
Well, thank you very much once again. Thank you very good. You see, as my brother just narrate JJ, the true story be that one. Because if we want to talk about Edo State, maybe we not forget say Johnny D where Edo State follow come. And the reason why they say Edo State deserve make it a celebrator. You see, first and foremost, may I go to 1897. Mr. Zodu, I go there very much do what I want to talk about. Suppose say about Vorame, what happened to and not happen to him. I'm not sure say Nigeria for divide today. Yeah, I'm not sure say Edo State for big part of Nigeria. They for not amalgamate Nigeria in 1914. Because now be the only power where we say free stop that can carry waka where they want where they can't do where the man and girlfriend can't do. No for more for that side. I think this is not a good 1948. Now your Bakenzwa. Now it starts to the campaign for this creation of our state. That is the Midwest state. Nigeria can't eventually can't get independence. I think that I did they organize the what do they call the Benin? That was I think the formation of community. That is the leader. I think Western region began in 1948. Yeah. So wait now back when I started to the campaign for the Western region, that was 1948. Fortunately, and I just see that the same state now get the first referendum to create a region. From the I mean, I not use one language because we are in a very serious program. From the country called Nigeria, and they carve Midwest states, were comprised of Benin and Delta. And this said, according to my brother, if I think I follow your story, so he said, no, he was surprised. He had the following your story past him. Said, where on the story? Because where you know what carries, where you say they bring out your story out. Okay, that's good of that. The other state where they say they constitutionally created for Nigeria, now the Bendel state. I mean, Midwest states. And at the end, they become Bendel state. And that name, like in talking just now, when they want cut out from the data, it pay me past anybody. I said, this name, only the name alone, it is sweet me. Only the name alone is sweet me. And the thing is, anywhere you go, so you be burning lights. The people they give you some kind of gunshot. That one there. And the reason why we say we need to celebrate those states, that is when we still go back to our history. We say now we be the people where we say get a kind of democracy where we say Nigeria not even accepted. Because many of people don't see what me and they see for those states. Many people don't see what me and they see for those states. If we go through the history, go through the culture, go through the tradition, and go through everything about Edo State, you will see and say, Edo State are place where people go. Another man will come there, he go succeed down. He go succeed for there. But make Edo man go to another side, like the Yoruba side and the Igbo side. You will see and say, he go back before he go face survival. So Edo State now place where we say where you will say they get history, they get the kind of what I will tell them say where anything where they do they always do them in the right form. And apart from that, if I take example, for example, if I take one example, personal experience, I don't go for some part of Nigeria. Maybe say I'll go to some area. If you not be their tribe, they don't give you what you want. But for those states where you get there, as long as you qualify to get what you want, and you get it. So the thing is, it's going to make me say those states is another country of its own, or maybe may not call a continent, another continent of its own. Where we say it gets special things. Where we say many of us will see with their appreciate, and many people see and say, you know, they bad. But then the question is, those it deserve maybe we celebrate them anytime, anyhow. Because my brother now we say he don't the Waka. When you go visit a lot of worry, when you go visit Ghana, when you visit places at the sea, and they say, yes, this man they give us what we want to see, what we want to hear, what we want to know. But many people when we say they get mind, we don't get mind to understand them. That's why one thing I was still begging for you now. Make it not just stop. Make it like to make sure they give our people the orientation. When they see they understand, say we need Edo State, now the state where we say you go regret if you not come from there. We'll stop from there for the meantime.
Our brother, Mr. Imasuen, you welcome back. We're glad to see the state. Don't stay postponed now. We go like make you talk about this Edo Ateti. What do you feel say? Why is it important as this celebration? We say that they want to celebrate this Edo Ateti. Now, why is it important? What you think about what you don't pass and what you happen now and what you think will happen later? Why you think like that?
My brother, my father already a very important point. The people to generation from now say detribalized. We not believe say that story say we not from old time now it start to these old concepts say see if you don't spend many years for one particular they'll can't give you their green card, you can't be citizen. Edo people don't start this thing 7 back before anybody. And when you say today, because America always or there always as if they did that was also key aspect of Benin old. We bring even if you be Hausa man, if you be good, you come from Yoruba land, can't defend Benin. Like when you don't defend, when you don't do things like when the Oba Benin like, get where would they call Upos was always a magical star at that time. They can't say, nah, me don't do things for a do land. That staff at the 7th time or motor. Now, they see when they call sit or when some country a foreigner yourself over years of that country. Benin people practice that one many years. So in no which tribe you from come, so they always absorb. Now waiting ancestors do many years ago, character. Now we still get talking. Now when a doormat of Nigeria, because an Edo treat everybody equal. If you bring your, you will treat people better than Yoruba people better than every other. The present president will way they treat Fulani people as if now, but as the president, because of the way we take the we will treat everyone as equal, and making with that, the only people we will feel give that kind character, woman. So we supposed to celebrate tribalism. Me don't kill, me don't almost kill. Ale Edo State, night practice am. Get properties, get am. Edo land, Yoruba people best places for protest. We just have to speak the pidgin, which is all right. Now if you know on your own, but for years, will force you say you speak Edo. As far as you be Nigerian, if you speak pidgin, you can communicate. You are treated as one. So even only that alone is good enough as a people that we need to celebrate. Stay upon all the negative mindset Nigerians can't get. Edo people, NIC be the only people for Nigeria. I mean, they get that detribalized. Say we see ourselves, say based on say we be black, we are the same country, now everybody for come. Say make everybody will they treat everybody meet there Edo State as one and equal people. So that's something we need today proud of because a big achievement. Another thing we need to be proud of, say, for all the colonial they create, remain very rare. You understand? They're not they use money, they're not the people. See, they can't pay the way very beginning. When they give Benin people right, day to day. Today, very happy to also celebrate, say, remains viable. Now, another thing at the art, we need today happen. We same for our life. Say, after 124 years, all the things we want people say from us, they say they and it can't be saying that 30 years as a one would take become a do and bring us. So at least it's a good omen. We clock 30 years as a artifact. So now good omen put the state government to the those citizens. So a few examples I think give you plenty of best. But we see the listen for that.
You do well. You do well. You always say, if you say this network problem for that side, because they make me say many things will be saying they tell us, people will be saying they listen to us, the come like say they affect them small. But we see here many ones will be say you talk for inside this matter, we say they discuss the come since. But as the matter being now, they with our brother too, as we talked about before, if you use matter talk and just try and say the reason why good maybe say this the anniversary when they do so, it good maybe they do why because so many things they be say It don't approve pass. And now for us to even come say we put here together now, the thing can come. It was that one myself and one improvement. So I beg Mr. Bakari, what do you think now for this matter? We say this our brother auditor of I don't say not to hear everything, but we hear some for inside too. How you see and now what you talk about that say they really merit time to celebrate this Edo at 30. How you see am?
Brother, in fact, anything outside merit of say with the celebrator is not beyond. Because Edo State, we need we don't pass hurdles. We don't pass plenty roads. So apart from say the roads, some rough, some not rough because of politics and so on and so forth. But Edo State now the state where we say today now be the state where we say we can't get more hope. Hope where we say you and me we know say after some time those state can become a state where we say become almost lawless. Lawless in the sense say many people don't come there off control. By the special grace of God, as our Baba King come, he come with the idea, he come with the love to bring the Edo together go again. To see and say everything bad where we say they happen for town. So me they call the abolition one by one. This lamb grabbing, all this kind of things don't come on. And we can't get time say we can't get another governor where we say they see the reason like the same way. Where we say now if you look at if we want maybe we talk about this Edo State now, the future of Edo State gonna be better, brighter past the past because the there's making Edo great again. The campaign don't start now, and apart from say many belle go dey empty before it come better. But then now sacrifice where do they make now? They make that sacrifice now to make Edo become great again. Like I talked before, Mr. Okoduwa, I think you remember. Anywhere you reach in those days, we'll talk of Bender states. They give you booze are gone. And now that area will they go back again. So we don't get there before. Maybe we can't sleep, come up as of maybe because of little mistake for us. And we don't go back there. We don't go back there again. Then we have to. We are celebrating the present now, where we the talker now. Then we go. Then we are celebrating future in advance because the best is they come for us. Our people call they get hope and say life good day. Okay, now before we say some people where we want to go build a house, where we say you go pay at the end some people go leave land. But that can't tell now. And we gonna get our Baba where we say he no say get our people for heart where we say you want to protect. Now that one be the greatness where we see. And we need to celebrate. We go celebrate them. We celebrate with the expect and what do they get now? I don't say to get this done because if you just not have with 1 hour, you know if you build them with 5 hours, so you know that one. So that one. So and the history, the most thing when we talk now, we have somebody like Zoduwan and we have some other people like him. When we say go see they give us the history of our people. We see they give us our history. But our people now they come to their own self now, come to get self-realization. Going to get their own self-history now. Go tell us, oh, we are doing here, we'll be Benin. I know some speak Benin. But now everybody going to come back to this now. In fact, this is what our celebration we need to celebrate. Because the future is the future will be better past today. So maybe we celebrate the future because but if we don't celebrate it now, it's 30 years. And which Edo and Delta state now, which state don't 30 years? We go say it be the age of Bender, the Bender. No, apart from saying I don't they beyond 30 years. Just because say they don't cut us coming from Bender and become 30 years now. But they want the other state for Nigeria today now, maybe Edo and Delta. And fortunately, and it's not even coincidence, they celebrate at the same time. So we get everything to celebrate. And another thing again, many people they grow up now. Young men are coming up now. They come up. They come with vibrant brain, vibrant everything, vibrant. And I think having somebody like Zodua, having somebody like this Edo descendant, is one of the things personally you asked me to celebrate. I will celebrate it more than even the person that is even conveying it. Thank you very much.
You do well, you do well. For this moment, we say use matter talk. So now before we say we will put this matter for grant or for honors for the matter now, we would like to ask this our brother, Mr. Imasuen Okoduwa. Now, you know say use matter talk now just now say don't really worth celebrating because of society should be say come happen or now the kind of development will be say there for one side. So now for your before we say we rest for this matter now, what do you think say Edo State people supposed to do now to improve so that as the B say they don't already start to recognize themselves now. What they will do now to make sure that they improve for that matter? Say at the end of the day, everybody they hold one thing tight. So what you should say they will do put?
Anyway, thank you. Network done good. I don't forget if network to leave, enter back. So the log remember. So but if you do see if you know the other mind, leave my end have improved.
If like so, you go enter back, that is free. Go back, go take better pass because they break well because some of our listeners they complain say your network they break for your side. So if like you go
okay.
So both for take a small break as before they say you come back now, make we do small water small before we say continue from there as you come back. So before we say our brother come back, so we go like to use mass because you don't see the talk to 90 source time, we say consign, say really the improvement now don't see them because when you say everybody now they try to join heads together, they come to think one thing. Not that before we say someone to think your own, the other one will see they think your own. And what you be say really impressed me when we say this our brother they talk just now we consign say he even come up like say don't come back, he even come up now go Ghana. Go to some kind of research for Ghana. If like say, hey, you don't come back now. Now, if like say, you don't do better small now. So, you hear what I now, B? Okay, so now as they talk and they go, so he say he go Ghana, he goes to do some kind of research, he go listen to what he say they are put for them because of our people will be sitting for that side. So now the question now be say, this matter now we say our people now all over the places where we say the day. Why you think say as they do this Edo at 30 now, this one will improve, make everybody come together, mean they start to do one thing. How you see this matter now for them?
Talk on my
if like say your network say they break, we say make you answer us for them, but as it is so if like say your network say they break, and we never sorry say that's a Nigerian network, not be sporting. We don't come say issue like this, but we don't come this kind of time. You get as it be. But anyway, as it be so, because the network really they disturb you for that side, we don't want to stress you. But at the matter be now, I think we go try put this matter for grant so that we still call other people we say we're supposed to talk to today too, because time not to do that again. So our brother Bakari, now before we say we'll go back to our brother, if your network still okay small, which encouragement or what you say you get from mind now to tell our people?
Yes, you see, my dream for Edo, now to make Edo become the Edo where we say interpret the name Edo, Edo Nahire. That's the name you will vow to be part of. Vow to be a part of it. let me say, the Edo State where we say you go there anything where you want, you go follow, once you follow the right step, you will get on through the right step. Where we say first and foremost, where be the children, we will encourage the children, make them grow. Make we grow because that is from the young palm tree become you have a big palm tree. So we have to groom up the children and to become more useful than what we have now. At least if we have if we give them a better education, we give them better education, and people and if their parents if they support their family, then all this kind of petty crap will first stop those one. Then me and wanted those things where we say everybody go market, go back home free, safe without nobody go stop them. I wanted those things where we say they will not come get one person where we say na city lord or village champion or village hero. Where we say go be say go they say na him dey control town. Na him dey me and wanted those things where we say you go sleep, your two eyes go close, you go wake up in the morning, go sit thank God where Odua. Me and one of those where we say life go day sweet. Where we say everybody want me to come. And one of those where we say it go day a hub where we say everybody go come and make shopping for it though. Like people like those now those where we say you want buy clothes, you want buy this one, we go on each other. And we go pass the people from we go pass their own those they come pass the door from we say pass the door pass go. No, I want that for me. I want for Edo, and I want they do where we say they go they proud of their land. Edo where we say we go see your brother they succeed, they help us succeed. Because one thing we say one thing we say they pay me for Edo people to say like it's so do now in a historian. Me too, I'm a historian. And also I don't know better Asian because I see and say in don't explore past me. Say make a support him or make I follow and make I follow him route. I would that will not be the Edo way I want. Edo way I want to say make I support Okoduwa say they do the better thing. It maybe if the ray of light waiting for the compound reach my home, myself I will still get lights. Yeah, that's what me the Edo way me I want. The Edo way me I want to say make everybody they happy, they smile. Edo way I want to say make particularly when we say if we talk of people who don't carry come for Nigeria now, that Edo people that plenty pass. Make we make a dope be a comfortable place. This maybe say me we don't call the wrong come for the land again. And that's what I get for Edo. Thank you very much.
They do well, they do well. So our brother Mr. Imasuen, we don't say this network issue, but meanwhile, we would like to make you now, you tell us which advice you get to give for this issue when we say concern this Edo State 30th anniversary. Which advice you get to give people concerning this matter?
Well, the advice you for too long, but I talk not today good. Yeah, wahala. It be like me was maybe conjoin on for that side. Network see the good. As I talk, now my mind be say, I want let oh yeah do. See they talk things against the party. They stop them because everybody unite. They see the fruit for Edo State. They always be. If there is discrepancies, people the way it be now. That the way it be now. They always talk when me you what seeing Edo people say for this state again to start finding ways now, finding ways collect or say they plan together No, for them, for people, they'll go to farm. They'll after they don't prepare this one farm, see go the next farm. So of Edo land based, this whole like now the same plate eat food for house. They I will not come the truth. So the time way accepts the norm. So people come the take decision. Example now, divided. Some people now waiting God will not. And some say we say, but because I just want to criticize. Good, people they talk. Good, people talk. The society when me they fight for.
The network, the network don't bad well for your side. Don't bad well for your side. Yes, the line just they break anyhow. We want to hear you again like that. So as it is, so if like say we will invite you again next time. We'll look for coming next time. We'll say the network to do okay, so that maybe for talk this matter proper because we just a startup. So for this week concern this Edo at 30. So we would like to invite you again next time. You can tell us issues or things we say concern this anniversary. Why we say it is important, the past, present, and the future will concern this anniversary. But meanwhile, today that we don't hear so many things we say you're supposed to tell us about yourself. We don't really understand now the reason why they say you go up and down, they look for what we say it concern Edo people. And we don't see so many researches too, which you don't do for the social media handles, YouTube channel, and the rest. We see so many things we say you don't do for Edo State. Not be small thing because not if I say somebody small, not be they keep meat as they talk about. But the meat we say you don't keep, if not by size, maybe you had over why we finish there. So we say we read too well too. Today we say you squeeze out the time, even when you get so many things we say they take your time. But if you squeeze out the time, say okay, this matter this one discuss with you today, you will really come online, come follow us, discuss and this price this network for Nigeria that side, let us discuss this matter proper. But we not go tire too. We will also invite you next time you come still talk about this matter proper. Maybe that time we go look and how we go take one. Maybe say your network for that side will be okay with us for this side too. Our brother too, Bakari, we say you do well too. Maybe say you really join us today for this program to talk with our brother Okoduwa, where we say talk with concerning the matter we say concerning our history and the Edo people and this Edo State at 30 anniversary. Why this is very important as they celebrate them. So the reason why I will still use Pate to come say a good say the improvement will be say day for now. It not be as it first be before. So that one another important thing too. So we say you do well too. We say you really take your time too. This person you get so many things where they do. We say take generous today. We say una really do well. So my people, we don't carry this matter now. We want to close our cutting down for this issue of what we say we discuss with our brothers for the matter we say concern Edo people today. So we say una do well. We say put here for granted this thing to us. As we're talking before, now here now be Obaland TV. Now here now we now they're talking and do we say concern our people for all over the world. For those of now we say begin they follow us, make una begin they follow us now for Obaland magazine, for our YouTube channel, for our Facebook page, and for our website too. If you want to read about different news we concern everybody for the whole wide world, on a day free to enter our website, maybe www.obalandmagazine.com. For there, when I will see different news, we'll be saying with the right too. For those of you now, we say never know, we'll still get our magazine now, what they call hard copy. It's there for online. For those of you that will be say would like to read about them, look on here at Obaland magazine. Now we'll see them online. For those of you now, this are big batches for internet too. When I go like Amazon and other stores too, when I will say what book there. For shops too, for Nigeria, for Abuja, and for Lagos, and I will say what books too. So my brothers and sisters, do well. Maybe say una take follow up for this talk show. Maybe say we get with this our brothers. So next time when they come again with the back. For those of you now, we say they always receive a notice for our social handles. Make when they go there, when I will see different ones. So we say if they come up now for the matter we say concern Edo State people. We say when I do well.